Hey everyone, Grant from RaiderIO here. Welcome to Battlefield Banter, a brand new interview series where we dive into the heart of the action whilst uncovering the stories behind our favourite World of Warcraft creators. I'll be your guide as today we embark for a thrilling journey in the Plunderstorm battleground. Today, we've got something really special lined up. We are joined by two players who are renowned as some of the best at their given roles, separately and together. Roiben as a healer and Sjele as DPS. This couple competes in the Great Push and MDI and regularly sits up on the top spot in the RaiderIO healer and DPS rankings for Mythic Plus. We'll be conducting an exclusive interview whilst trying to get the win in Blizzard's newest game mode. So let's buckle up and try and make some memories on the battlefield. Roiben, Sjele, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you both? Roiben, first of all, how are you?
Doing great. It's just really warm and I don't like that. So I'm a little in a complaining mood today, but other than that, great.
And Sjele, are you ready to be put up with Roiben complaining at both of us?
Yeah, I'm ready to win.
Ready to win?
Did you see that we're playing with Grant? There's no winning.
Win. Okay.
There's a hidden 0 behind the 4.
Oh yeah, no, actually, I've been playing on an NA, so I am much higher
really?
level than this. Yeah, I did
Okay.
another episode on NA, so we're going to be okay. I promise. I'm a little better. Not a lot better, but a little better. Okay, we're going to join up and get into queue, and I'm going to get ready with question 1 here, starting with you, Manu. How are you enjoying Plunderstorm? Is it something that you can see yourself playing more if Blizzard introduce it as a longer-term option?
I have to say, I wasn't a big fan before. I'm like a person, I don't like the new stuff. I rather like the things that I know. And Plunderstorm was like, not really. But I am addicted now. Like, this game is so much fun. It's a thing you can just jump in. You don't have to spend a lot of time if you don't want to. You can just play 1 or 2 matches and then leave it again. And I'm still bad at it, but it's a lot of fun. And I can see myself playing it more. And I think many people also hope that some competitive way is like coming out in the close future.
Sjele, are you in a similar vein of thought? Would you like to play more of it? Is it pulling you away too much from M+, or?
Yeah, so Roiben was asking me to play Plunderstorm, and I'm in the same boat. Like I'm very much don't like to go outside my comfort zone too much. And I was like, no, I don't want to play. I just want to do like grind up get my Red Paladin Legendary, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then I started playing, and I stayed up until like 8 a.m. playing Plunderstorm. It was ridiculous.
I saw your guys' sleep patterns. Literally, I was like, I come online at 5 in the morning and see Manu streaming, and I was like, oh no. Okay.
Oh, Grant's flying. Try to hit something.
I promise. I've got this.
I have a quick game plan for us, okay? Since Grant, I know that you're really bad at. Are you just landing on the wall now? Okay.
No.
Since you're really bad at it, you're gonna be the ranged guy.
Quadra.
Listen, Grant, you just take everything. Oh, there's a team. We need to fight. You take everything that's ranged, so you never have to go into melee, and then we win.
Okay.
That's our game plan.
Sjele, as we're going, how are you getting on with Dragonflight in general? Obviously, we're pretty far in now. Is it an expansion that you've enjoyed? Is it something that it's been rewarding for you?
Yeah.
Run.
No, we got it. We got this.
I don't have
dead.
abilities.
No.
I had one. I have died, but I trust you guys.
Okay,
Once again,
we have to
dying
leave.
in 5 seconds.
So, oh my god. I think that we can safely say that Dragonflight has been a success. A lot of the systems that they've implemented have been good. And overall, I like it. I like the expansion as a whole.
Have you
like dragon riding is probably the best feature that they've made since since M+ probably.
Especially the early dragon riding, right?
Yeah.
Like
When
if you
we
think
first
back
got
the other expansion, you had like the Maw where you couldn't even mount, and then you go into Dragonflight and you can instantly dragon ride. That was like just amazing.
Is there a raid you guys have enjoyed the most? Sjele, I'll let you go first. Is it?
Let me think. Maybe Aberrus. Like I liked the design choice in terms of like the fight design to make the bosses, especially like Sarkareth, like they will face at a certain time, so you can actually see the entire fight before getting there. I know a lot of people didn't like that aspect of it, but I think it's actually pretty good. Because you're able to see the entire fight, and then you can progress it, or like you can know ahead of time how to deal with it, right? So
Manu,
I
agreement?
kind of like that.
Honestly, I think for me, on like a very personal level, it's gonna be Yggdrasil, like the last raid that we had now in season 3, because it's the first raid where I was main healing. So it's like a very new experience for me, and I was very nervous because I started raiding in Honolulu. You know that, like we have like a connection both to the guild, and I was so nervous to be like in a world rank 20 guild on a role that I've never played before, right? So just because I swapped into a new role, I think this raid is just gonna be my favorite because I just liked it, you know.
A shame the World Rank 20 guild didn't quite end that way, but there we go. Okay, let's move on to some Mythic Plus stuff, as that is more your guys' kind of bread and butter. Sjele first, as an MDI and a great push competitor, with the war within, you know, on the horizon now, do you have goals? Do you have a set I want to win? Is there like a concrete plan that you have in your head for where you want to be in the next expansion?
The goal is always to win. I think I'm a very competitive person. So the goal is always to win, and then it's just a matter of how to get there, right? Which is the hard part. It's like having the goal is good, but you need to have like a concrete plan of how to get there. So I mean that is something that is gonna be a work in progress for a long time, I think. Like but the goal is always to win.
Manu, are you very similar? Is winning your ultimate goal?
We're on the same page there, and I think that's also why we work that well together, because we're chasing the same goals. I would say for me, the last couple of seasons, my goal was very much, obviously, playing successfully and winning, but I would even say that the greater goal of myself, again, was just getting into the multi-classing more, because I've started on Resto Druid, and for a long time, people have known me only for that. And I believe, especially as a healer, it's very important to be able to play every healer spec, and that's what I did the last couple of months and seasons. So now I can confidently say that my next big goal is just to win.
I'm dead.
Again? Grant? Where did you even go?
Yes. Speaking about Resto Druids, I'd like to talk about Resto Druids with it. You've always been, in my mind, a Resto Druid player, in the same way that Sjele will always be associated with Warlocks. I mean, it's just what I always see you as. Manny, first of all, what is it about Resto Druid? What is it that calls to you, that speaks to you about that class?
I really like that the class is very complex and versatile. It's not just straightforward pressing the same button over and over. But like the whole shape-shifting part, you have like the cat form, the boomy form, bear form, you have the normal form, and that's something that I like to play around with a lot because I think it's challenging, and also again like a personal thing that made me love my druid the most. It was my first character, and I think everyone has like that little bit in them that's like the first character has something special, right? And you're always gonna have a connection to it more than to others.
My druid, Grunt Stupid, as you lovely named him, was also my first character. So I'm completely with you. Sjele, I'm going to ask you the same about Warlock. I believe your in-game name, Sjeletyven, translates to Soul Thief?
Yeah, it's actually Soul Stealer. I mean, it could be Soul Thief or Soul Stealer, but it's actually from a Heroes of New Earth champion.
That's interesting. What is it about Warlock for you? Was it always something you loved from day one? And why?
It's a kind of a funny story, actually. I'm gonna die here. This is not good.
Granted, be on the floor, Perma. It's fine. If you die, you have carried us enough.
Yeah. I'm surprised we got this far. There we go.
Okay, there we go. Okay, let's queue up again.
We're going to another.
Me playing Warlock is actually kind of a funny story because when I was a young boy, my father
took me into the city.
I used to go over to my friend's house to watch him play WoW. Because it was back in the early days of WoW. It's like not everyone had an account. Like we were like taking turns playing on his second PC. We're like 5 people, 2 PCs, and we were like I had my Hunter over there. Hunter was actually my first character, but he played Warlock. And I used to go over to watch him raid. This was in mid TBC, actually. So I was watching him raid SSC and Tempest Keep when it was current with a guild called Aurora Borealis.
Okay, that's cool.
And I was so hooked on the game that even like just watching was fine. And also his mom made amazing waffles. So
Oh,
it was like waffles and raiding. That was like the
that's a
play.
dream, even to this
Yeah.
day in my mid
So,
30s.
so after that, I kind of like got hooked on Warlock from watching him play.
That's okay, right. Let's talk about dungeons. I want to know from Manu first of all. Manu, what's your favorite dungeon of all time?
Ooh. Okay, so with that, I need to say, I haven't played Legion and I haven't played Warlords of Draenor, which I think many people is like a common thing. People say Legion was like the best expansion ever. So there's some dungeons that I just haven't seen ever.
Okay.
I think from the dungeons, it's definitely something from BF8. That was my personal favorite that I've played. I think.
Can you narrow it down to one? We'll give you time. Sjele, do you have an answer to that one? A favorite of all time?
Oh, it's
Freehold.
So hard. Like I saw this question coming, but it is actually so difficult to just pick one
Yeah,
because
I
a
have
lot of
one.
it is it's like good things and bad things. Like a lot of people are gonna say like a Taldasar is a favorite amongst many. I also really like it, but it's kind of overplayed at this point. So it's kind of like your favorite song that you play like 1 million times on your Spotify, and then you always skip it, right? So
I know that feeling.
I'll let the man answer.
Okay.
It's Underrot.
Oh, good choice.
We had it back in one of the Dragonflight seasons. I just love the dungeon. I think it's a challenging dungeon to heal because some of the bosses hurt like really badly, but it's also challenging when it comes to trash. I feel like right now, and that's a thing I have said for a long time now, the trash packs in every dungeon are like 5 interrupts that have to be done and 1 big stop that has to be done. If you don't do that, you're just dead. And it feels like Underrot for me is one of the dungeons where there's so many different things in every trash pack or every pull, but it's not overload per pull that you need 5 kicks and 5 stops and otherwise you die. But it's like you have swarmers that are fixating, you have flowers that are stunning, you have stuff to dodge on the floor, you have stuff to purge and all that. It's like versatile, challenging, but not unfairly hard. There's another squad. Again, Grant.
Don't worry, I've got an
where
ability.
are you
I've got an
landing
ability.
us?
Okay,
I'm just landing.
Mono kill the smoke, you get the ability. Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
We killed him.
We kill him. I've got the slice and win, so I can close the gap here.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that was a good one.
That's not ours.
We're going all in here.
I'm going on the Jano guy.
Oh, he's out.
Yeah.
He's out.
Nice. Got him.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, this is the better start. On to questions. Okay, Manu, I want to talk about when Dragonflight started compared to now. Did we win? The surprise.
I'm chasing.
Okay.
I'm chasing.
I'm coming with you. When you first started, your stream was you were always, you were known. I believe you're a partner and things. But in terms of the last year, 2 years, your stream has really picked up. How has that been for you? How has that journey been?
It was a very interesting journey, and I'm really thankful that it went the way it went. I started streaming, and I think most of us did, as like just friends asked me to show my gameplay, right? And then you start with like 5 viewers because that's the 5 friends that are watching.
Yeah.
And then I was actually playing football. I don't know if I've ever told you, right? I started playing football when I was 4 years old. I played it my whole life, basically. And the time when I started streaming a little more was when I had a really bad injury that made me not be able to play for a couple of months. And then I said, well, if I cannot play football now anyways, let's just take the streaming thing a little more serious. And it feels really good. It feels good to do something that you love and it's successful and there's people that like to see it. And especially, I think that's the biggest compliment you can get as a streamer when someone says, your stream has helped me in a way that I personally feel better. Like it has helped me through like a bad time in my life, but also, and especially, it helped me to become a better player myself. I've learned so much from you. So yeah, that's it feels really good, and I'm happy about it. Happy about how it went, and I think I'm really lucky that I have many people in my stream that are huge supporters and not only viewers but also friends. Let's
talk about those people in your stream because they are affectionately referred to as the Zoo. That is what I've always referred to them as, and I
Yeah.
believe you have too. Can you give
Yeah.
us an example? What is it that earned them that name? Or why the zoo?
Okay, so you know when you have children, they are like small children. You tell them, "Do not do this," and then obviously the thing you told them not to do is the most interesting thing in the world for them, right? Obviously they're
Yeah.
gonna do it. That's my chat. Like if I tell them to not do something, they all jump on it and they all do it. And one of the main reasons why is also I have sound alerts in my stream, which is like monkey sounds, for example, or like
Oh, I know.
I don't know, like
Oh, that's not
owls
great,
and
Michelle.
whatever.
Okay.
And then sometimes they would just randomly start spamming those for like 5 to 10 minutes. And then obviously I tell them,
Yeah.
do not do that, and it's getting worse. So that's why they have developed into being the zoo.
I'm very
The
slack. Sjele,
devolved.
yeah, devolved. Yeah. What about your stream, Sjele? How have you found Dragonflight as a streamer? You're already, I'd say, one of the biggest WoW streamers that I certainly ever watched. How's it been for you in the last few months?
I mean, to be honest, the last few months have been kind of slow. PTR is definitely picking up again, so people are excited to see season 4. But the last couple of months have been a lot of MDI. We qualified with the dogs for the global finals, so that takes a lot of time out of the normal streaming schedule. But I'm excited to see the end of this season. We're going to be playing a bit the next couple of weeks to gain some IO score. And then we'll see where we end up, and then it's obviously season 4 coming.
Are you excited for the dungeon pool in season 4? It's obviously
I mean, it's
all the
coming
new
back,
dungeons.
right? I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be
There's a lot of changes so far.
so some of the changes are a bit sus,
Thus.
but overall, I think that they generally make good decisions when it comes to
Yeah.
the changes and stuff. So
Manu, filling-
I think it's gonna be cool to see all of the Dragonflight dungeons in like one dungeon pool, and then kind of take it from there.
Okay.
Oh, you're
I-
being hunted. You're being hunted.
Yeah, I can see him, don't worry.
I was about to say, what else
Oh,
is
I'm
really
so
sus is Grant still
No,
being
don't be dead.
alive.
Don't be dead. Don't be dead.
I'm super fine.
We're coming, we're coming. Wait, you guys are so far away from me.
Yeah, you ran away. I've been with.
Oh, that's
Hit
why
him.
you're still alive. You were just chasing Sjele. Uh-oh.
I'm dead this time. Like, there's so many here. There was a. Okay, I've died. Okay, Manu, I want to talk about not only is your stream going, but in the last year you've branched out into casting in English. You previously cast the German MDI and things like that. But I was very lucky to work alongside you as you began to find your voice in English. How has it been for you to take that leap to some very, very high view counts and some of the biggest events that WoW Esports has to offer?
I think I was like the most nervous I've ever been because I mean I'm streaming in English. It's not like the language is foreign to me, but it's still not my mother tongue, right? So obviously that was like a little thing I was nervous about, and then also so many viewers and a thing I've never done before. It was amazing though. Like I really enjoyed it. I think that was a thing we have talked about a lot as well. Like the race to world first is one of the few events that we have in World of Warcraft. I think we're better off without you, Grant. Here, I have actually. Wait, I'm coming to
Danger,
rescue.
danger.
No, they're still here. They're still here.
So yeah, it has been an interesting journey, and I really enjoyed it. Like the race is so special in itself that it's just a nice thing to do and to experience. It's just very chilled and very how to put it. It's like I think just unique. I don't think
Yeah,
there's much
no
more
event
to
like
describe.
it.
It's just unique and it's a lot of fun to do. Grant,
I'm dead.
why help me?
I'm trying. I'm supporting.
There's
I'm
there's two
number one
squads fighting
cheerleader.
us here.
I know, this is insane.
Oh, no.
Okay, I want to talk about. I have been casting now for about 10 years. I've done multiple titles, but mainly StarCraft, and then in the last 3 or 4 years, World of Warcraft. And I've told you this before, but in those 10 years, I think you're my favorite person I ever worked with, ever. You're certainly in the conversation. You're on the podium. And I want to say thank you for that, because there was a time where I didn't know if I still enjoyed it. But you brought that back for me, and being part of your journey really mattered to me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Sjele, how have you enjoyed seeing Roiben flourish in a new role, and also getting to work alongside you as a competitor, with you competing and her as a commentator?
Yeah, I mean, I hope that she only says nice things about me, obviously.
She does. Very.
But whenever you start on something new, like especially like shoutcasting or commentating, there's always going to be like some kind of like nervousness, right? Uncertainty. It's hard to get into at the start.
Yeah.
But like once that first event was over and like we came back home and she decided to do the second event, it was like it felt like night and day in difference in terms of her comfort and ability to just be herself and like really settling in. So that was really nice to see. Because
was,
like
for me too.
Manu's genuinely funny. So
Yeah, so funny. Hilarious.
When she just gets to be herself, it's always a good thing.
I agree. Okay, we have a couple more questions. I think we'll fly through here. First thing I want to ask is, recently a quite controversial tweet went viral about how online friends are not real friends. You guys as WoW players and myself are kind of proof that that isn't real, but do you have someone you guys have met online that has really had a profound influence on your real life outside of just gaming?
Yes. I mean, we found each other.
Yeah, that's a pretty darn good one. Can't argue with that. Yeah, that kind of disproves that tweet there and then.
But okay, so for me, I think I have probably a longer story than Sjele on this one. I have friends that I have met, I think, meanwhile, 14 years ago. Well, let me count. I am 30 now. I met them when I was 15 years ago. I remember back then, like here in Germany, it's a thing that you get your personal ID when you're 16 years old to, like, you know, if the police stops you, you have something to show.
You can buy beer.
Yeah, that as well.
16 in Germany?
With 16, yeah. Beers with 16, the other stuff is like older.
I think it's 14 if you have a parent with you or something.
That's so crazy.
Oh, really? I wouldn't know about that. But so basically, I met these friends online and I've played with them for a couple of years. And then we wanted to meet over Easter, I think it was. And it was really hard for me to get my parents, especially my mom, to allow me to go there because I was 15. I didn't even have an ID. She was like the first time in a situation where like 15 years old daughter wants to go somewhere and it's like, you know, might not be safe. So it was a very long story of my mom calling someone else's mom, and then she drove me there. Then I drove with their mom together to the other place and all that. And we're still friends. I would say one of my best friends even. And since Sjele and me are together for a couple of years now, these friends have become his friends as well. And we're still meeting from time to time. And we made it like a bit of a ritual that when it's like MDI or Great Push finals and we both are not like involved in any way, then we're meeting up together and watch it together.
That's so sweet.
That tweet, I don't think it's true.
It's so sweet.
I think one of my best friends and like one of the best things that have happened to me were all through World of Warcraft.
It's amazing. Sjele, I know for yourself, obviously, you've had the opportunity to meet so many people through competing in a 25, 30-man raid team and in the MDI. Have you got any stories that really sum up how these online friends are more than just that to you?
I'm a person who I can be on my own and be perfectly content with it. I don't require a lot of like social interactions to function, which is practical in some sense. I don't really I'm not saying that that's better or worse or anything, but I think it allows me to take the connections that I have online and they are as real to me as anything else.
Great. Okay. Manny, before you were streaming and competing as a member of the MDI and the Great Push, you owned a logistics company working within the football industry, if I'm correct. My research is good here.
Yeah.
Do you ever miss that sort of 9 to 5 instead? And by 9 to 5, I mean 9 to 5 p.m., not a.m. as you're doing at the moment. Do you ever miss that lifestyle? And has the skills that you learn in that industry translated into esports at all?
It was in fact not 9 to 5 because it was my company, right? So I was kind of working 24/7 anyways. It's kind of like streaming now as well. Every day is a work day basically. I think I sometimes miss it because it is definitely something different, right? It's like a very special thing, and I know that not many people that were my age at that time are experiencing stuff like that. It was something very special and another opportunity that I have been given that I'm very thankful about. I don't think I miss it in a way that I really would want to go back, because I'm also very happy with what I'm doing now. Like being a content creator, meeting so many people, being part of like tournaments or events, and like going into the casting thing as well is amazing. Like it's like obviously from time to time hard as well. People might think it's like it's your hobby and you can game and you're not really working, but it is hard from time to time as well. But I wouldn't want to go back. I'm happy about everything that I've done and that has happened, but I'm also happy with where I am right now.
One thing that's always really impressed me about you two is gaming starts as a hobby, and for a lot of us, or if we're very lucky, all three of us, it became a job. For me, it's very hard to enjoy gaming when it becomes work. You guys are always having fun, even if you're, insulting whichever demon hunter you're playing with. When you're working, you're having fun. And it still feels like gaming when I watch you two stream, which is unbelievable. I don't know how you don't get burnt out. Do you guys have any tips? We'll start with Sjele and how to avoid that, or is it just pure passion?
It is honestly pure passion. Like you have to enjoy what you're doing, and sometimes you are like farming renown 20 on your 18th alt or something, right? Because suddenly you need to learn Windwalker because that's meta or whatever, right? And that is not fun for anyone, right?
Yeah.
But that's part of the job. If you wanna like improve, then you kind of have to just pick up whatever is the best. And that's not gonna be most people are not gonna find that fun, including me. But when it comes down to it, it's worth it because of the end result is that you get to play on the highest level with good people. So I'd say that sometimes you just have to view it as a job, but then the end result is that you get to really enjoy it on a fundamental level. Because the personal fulfillment when you get that world first key, or like you feel like you play really well, like that, like the good feeling inside is makes it worth it for me at least.
Roiben, you live with one of the best Warlock players, one of the most well-known Warlock players in the world, Sjeletyven. I've been fortunate enough to spend time in person with both of you, and it's heartwarming to see you guys together, to see the fun that you have after an 18-hour day, a 19-hour day, to see the look in each other's eyes. So, Roiben, first of all, what's your favorite thing about Sjele? PG.
He's cooking food for me.
Ooh.
That's my favorite thing.
You're a good cook, Sjele. I didn't know this. I'm learning.
Yeah.
I make pancakes.
Okay, well, that's good. Let's flip this. Sjele, what initially, when you first met Manu, Roiben, what's the first thing that you went, wow, this is the one? Oh, that's so cheesy.
No, I mean, it was. At first I was just kind of. I really liked how genuine she felt. It was like talking to a person with two hands and a brain, no, but
she's very.
Thank you.
I felt like we could connect on an intellectual level to some extent. Like we could have discussions and talks about things, and even though we might not might not agree on everything, it is always that sense of respect for the other person's opinions and beliefs. I find that was the first thing, and then obviously she's very beautiful. So
makes so much sense. I've met a lot of people in esports over many years, a lot of StarCraft players who are very, intellectual, but you are probably the most intellectual person I've ever met. You love, I don't want to say a debate, but you will always have but what if, but why? You're incredibly intelligent in raid comms and all of that.
Some people find that annoying.
Not me. Not me.
No, but I want to understand what's around me. Like I want to understand why something happens, not just observe and be like a passenger in my own life, so to speak.
That's probably the most profound thing I've heard in a long time. Okay. We'll go Manu first. This is just a little fluff question to end on. If you had to describe yourself using only pizza toppings, what type of pizza would you be, Manu? Thanks, PK, for that one.
Who came the question?
Pico.
Oh, okay. Pizza toppings.
And
Is
Sjele,
it
we'll
like
give you.
is it like multiple?
You can
or
have
just
whatever
one?
you want.
Oh.
You got to eat it though. It's a tough.
Okay, so since I'm playing like Boomy Druid, there has to be chicken on it,
Oh,
definitely.
that's good. That's good. That's so good. That's so good.
Then there would be like mozzarella on it. It's like the the cheese that like not fancy or anything, just a
yeah.
normal. Everyone likes that. Then we would have
Pineapple, because you're very annoying.
What? You take that back
Sjele's
right
laughing.
now. I have to. I think Grant deleted me from Battle.net before this year, and now he's telling me I'm annoying. Everything is coming slowly together now.
Lag.
There would not be pineapple on it because that's in my. I don't want to start a discussion, but
Anchovies?
that's not on the pizza. Anchovies. What is anchovies?
You know, like the really like putrid fish.
Oh, there's also no fish on it.
Okay.
No, definitely not. I think there would be.
Okay, Mano, come
Wait,
on.
wait, wait.
You ordered you bought the fish stick pizza.
Oh, I've tried the fish stick pizza, and I have to say I liked it.
Manu's opinion is now void. Sjele, any pizza toppings that you think? This is such an odd question, but
I mean,
It's a really hard question.
So the thing is, right? Like, it's an underlying reason for everything. So I'm gonna
Oh,
go
no.
with the Hawaiian, the pineapple
Okay.
pizza of choice,
Ooh.
and I will defend it to the end. Not because I like it, but because someone has to.
I would say for you olives, because I feel like smart people eat olives, and you're very smart. I don't like olives, but I don't know.
You don't like me? What the
No, I
hell?
love you.
You wouldn't. Yeah, but you wouldn't like me if I
He
was
said
a
you're
pizza topping.
smart.
Well, yeah, true. Okay. Manu, Roiben Festival. Do you have anything coming up? Any exciting events? Any tournaments you're prepping for? And also, where can people find you? Where can people, if they watch this and they get through this, where can they go and support you going forward?
All right, so I am obviously streaming on Twitch. It's /Roiben_. I do have a YouTube channel as well, and Twitter. On Twitter, my name is Manu STR. Don't ask. Roiben
put it
was
all
already
in.
taken.
See, you've missed one. Metafy, you're coaching.
And I'm coaching on Metafy, actually. I have done so many coachings the last few months. So if you
Really?
also want to have a coaching,
That's a
healer
lot.
coaching, actually. Healer.
I was going to say, me?
Not even all specs, because I mean, it's important for me that I'm only coaching the specs that I'm really 100% confident with. And right now I'm playing like priest and druid and monk, so I wouldn't be like holy paladin or whatever. And what was the first part of the question?
What events do you have coming up? What are you
Oh,
preparing
events!
for?
Yeah, it's season 4, obviously, which means a new season to push high keys, which we are gonna do together. And hopefully, we don't have like concrete plans about it yet, but season 4 has a great push coming again, which I think might be even the format that I like a little more, because great push is basically just pushing high keys, which we do a lot on live service already. So we have quite good chances there, I would say. And
Fingers
we're
crossed.
looking forward. Season 4.
And Sjele, same for you. Where can people find you? We will put all this information, of course, below.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on screen. Who knows?
Yeah, hopefully there's going to be some links somewhere, because it's Twitter and Twitch at Sjeletyven, and then it's Twitch at Sjeletyven1, and Metafi .gg/Sjele.
Lovely.
Maybe I'll
And-
rebrand to Sjele everywhere, but it appears to be a little harder than said than done.
Yeah, it is difficult, especially if you have partnership and stuff. They can be weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Sjele Festival, any shout outs you'd like to give as we wrap this up?
Shout out to my lovely girlfriend, Mano /Roiben_ for being here with me today. And shout out to RaiderIO for setting it up, I guess.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Very last minute. This was originally going to be me, Roiben, but having Sjele joined us is a real privilege. Manu, any shout outs you'd like to give?
Shout out to my zoo. Thank you for all the support over the last couple of years. Like, I keep saying it, and I'm gonna say it here as well. The viewers are the people that are carrying streamers. Without you guys, we would be nothing. Like, none of us streamers. So thank you so much for that. And massive shout out to RaiderIO. Not only you guys here that have brought up this format, but you guys in general are doing amazing work. And
Thank
it's
you.
so lovely to see that you have so many amazing people in your team. I'm a huge fan. Probably the
Thank
biggest
you.
fan, I would say.
Look, for me, thank you so much for you guys for joining. Thank you for giving your time. I know we went a little over what we intended today, but you guys, I just love talking to you. I really do. And for everyone watching, thank you so much. Make sure to comment if there's anyone you would like to see featured in our next episode. And for more exclusive RaiderIO content, follow us on Twitter and YouTube and join the Discord server. We'll solve all your problems on the website. We'll help you out. We've got so many incredible events coming up. I'll see you in the next electrifying episode of Battlefield Banter. Goodbye.